Welcome back to another episode of Old Park Gaming. Been on vacation a while and just getting back into it. Today's forecast is EBR tactical climbs on Halluf. The two characteristics of the EBR, the speed, running steel wheels up, and traction, which is steel wheels down. You notice the mobility changes. There's different characteristics to the setup that you're running in. In order to make this climb, you need to understand or use both. So we're going to start by making a run south spawn, and we're running to the north, and we're trying to get early lights. Let the callers know suspected hard camp. I need to know what the enemy is doing, and I need to do it early. There is a way to get early lights on slow-moving TVs that are driving from spawn into their hold-down positions. So we're going to start again, self-spawn, wheels up, and you need to hit above 75, 80 in there. The reason for this, your momentum has to take you up the ramp and to the first bush. You'll see the bush on the right. Once you hit the bush, you're going to drop your wheels. So taking this slow, you're not going to have enough momentum to make it all the way up the ramp. And you can see you run out of momentum before you can get traction. You need to make it to, there's a slight lip where the bush is. You need to be able to make it up there. So we tried this with CSs too, and they just, although they're fast, steel tracks through the loose sand at the bottom. You can't maintain the speed to give yourself enough momentum to make it up the hill. It's just not going to work, not alone. Now, we're going to talk about boosts in the next video, and we're going to show you how to do the boost on this. But for now, this is EBR light tank. We're going to go out, we're going to give the caller, the combat officer, as much information as we can as a surprise or a tactical advantage over slow-moving tanks that are trying to get to their positions as quickly as possible. Now, if you take this run and you do it above the 75, 80 kilometers an hour, you can make it up to the bush. Once you hit the bush, you're going to aim for the left side of the bush. Once you hit the bush, you drop the steel wheels, gives you the extra traction and your mobility back, cut back hard left, and then you're just going to zigzag the rest of the way up the hill. Once you're up there, you're going to crest the slight rise. The best tactical retreat from doing the spotting run is to turn around and go right back the way you came. The reason for that is if you're out, if you try to come down through the ramp or try to come down through the gully, by the time that they realize you're up there and they've been lit, they can pre-aim your exit or your withdrawal. So the best way to withdraw once you've done the spotting is to go back the way you came. The next is EBR north spawn. So you're going to make a run through. A lot of times the caller wants to know if they're coming up to the A1 corner, if we're going to have a fight up there, or if we're going to face a hard camp. The easiest way to do that is to run east of the mound, go through the gully, and then come up and spot anyone that's coming across to try to get into the fight. There are 2 ramps that in a hard camp, the EBR can pop up, get an idea, or let the caller know, let your combat officer know where super heavies and TDs are sitting, and once you're in the fight, you can jump up into one of these spots and actually start harassing. This first one I'm going to show you doesn't require a great deal of speed. It does require that you aim, so watch where I'm putting my front wheels. As soon as you're up top, you drop your steel wheels and you get your mobility back. But it doesn't take a great deal amount of speed to get up into this first one. And once you're up inside, you can spot north, you can double back, and you just bail out. Either you're going to be harassing someone or you're giving information to the caller. So knowing how to get into these 2 little perches from the low ground, excellent way for you to contribute to the battle, especially once your spotting opportunities have diminished into next to nothing. And the final one is this last gap. If you look, there's a tree. If you aim for the tree and hit this at speed, you can get up into this perch and come out where most tanks are not expecting. This is a way for you to get up in and either A, give them information, give your caller information about what the enemy's doing or what their setup looks like, and B, taking one of these 2 climbs puts you in a position where if you're not spotting or your ability to spot is just too high risk, there is a way for you to become a nuisance and annoy the living crap out of anyone who's trying to do this camp. I hope you learned something. Thanks very much for coming out and watching. We're going to be doing another video on the boosts on Halluf. So hit the like, hit the subscribe button if you want to stay tuned for that, or just stop on by. Every little bit helps. I appreciate you coming out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.